Hey, it's Bree here, the registered nurse and certified health coach of Hippy Dippy Mom. And today we are going to be talking about how to make sure that you're hydrated. It is the middle of June, it is summertime. So this is just something that popped into my mind. I don't know why I really only think about hydration and drinking during the hot months, but really we should be hydrating properly all year round. So our body is actually made up of 60% water. So if we're not drinking enough water, our body will show. So some signs of dehydration are if we're thirsty. So if you're actually feeling thirsty, you're already dehydrated. So, make sure that you're drinking before you're thirsty. Hungry, if you're hungry, you could actually just be needing some water. If you're having mood swings or food cravings, those could also be signs that you just need to hydrate. Dry skin, dry hair, dry mouth, those are all signs that you need to be drinking more water. Really, every cell in our body needs water to function properly. So a question I used to wonder and I get asked a lot is how much water should I be drinking? And take your body weight in pounds, divide that in half, and that's how many ounces of water you should be drinking per day. So for example, if we have a 100-pound person, we're going to take that weight, divide it in half, so that's 50. So that 100-pound person should be drinking 50 ounces of water in a day. So I have a hard time drinking just plain water because I think water is really boring. So what else can you drink that is good for you, that makes water not so boring, but you still get really hydrated? So one of my favorite options is coconut water. Can you see? So this is organic coconut water. It tastes good. It has so many great electrolytes that you need. Important to note is no added sugar. So I've recently seen flavored coconut waters like mango and pineapple, and those have a lot of added sugar. And sugar depletes us of nutrients and just really wreaks havoc on our health. So avoid sugar wherever you can. So coconut water is really good to add to smoothies or just to drink it cold. It's super refreshing. And it's a great, great, great replacement to yucky drinks like Gatorade and Pedialyte that are just full of synthetic stuff and artificial stuff that we, again, want to avoid. My next favorite, I think this is my top favorite thing to add to water, can you see, is Ultima Electrolyte Replenisher. It's hard to see. I'll link to this stuff below, but raspberry and lemonade are my family's favorite flavors. There's no sugar, no artificial flavors. Again, it's an electrolyte replenisher, so great in place of Gatorade, great if you're out on a hot day, if you're playing sports. Just add a scoop to some water and it tastes so good. Now I know this next thing I'm going to share with you sounds a little bit weird because we're told that salt is bad for us. We're told that salt can raise your blood pressure and just, all this bad stuff about salt. And that salt actually makes you more thirsty, which is partially true. When we're using the right salt, so Himalayan salt or Celtic sea salt, those salts have 80 plus trace minerals and nutrients and electrolytes that our body actually needs. So Himalayan salt or Celtic sea salt is really, really, really good for you, really, really beneficial. And I remember something I learned in nursing school was that water follows salt. So if we're consuming the right kind of salt, that can actually help water get into our cells, because as the salt molecules are getting into our cells, the water is going to follow. So what I like to do is get a glass mason jar. There's some pink Himalayan salt in the bottom, And I usually put about an inch when I'm just starting out or refilling my jar. I put about an inch of the Himalayan salt, and then you just fill it up with water. Now you do have to use a plastic lid because it will corrode the metal lids that normally come with mason jars. And these are super cheap. I found it on Amazon for, I don't even know how much, probably less than $5. So I'll link to that too. And then you just let it sit for overnight, and the water absorbs as much salt as it can hold. Then you can add just a couple spoonfuls to a glass of water, whether that's room temperature. You can add it to some warm water, and that's super good again for replenishing trace minerals that we need. I like to drink it first thing in the morning before I eat or drink anything else. I feel like that starts to flush stuff out of my body and really just gives my organs kind of a boost to get going for the day. So those are 3 great options for something to drink to hydrate yourself that is not just plain boring water. I'm also a fan of just adding nutrients wherever possible. So adding those things, or there's actual liquid trace minerals that I will link to below as well that you can add into water. You can get like, a gallon size pitcher and then add several drops to that and just pour it throughout the day. And that is trace minerals that most of us are really deficient in, that will extremely benefit your health as well. So, some benefits of drinking water, enough water, making sure that even before you're thirsty, you're drinking it throughout the day. Carry a glass water bottle with you throughout the day. Please stay away from plastic. Even BPA-free plastic has tons of chemicals in it. But back to benefits of hydrating properly, you will have so much more energy. Your skin will be fuller because, as I mentioned, when we're dehydrated, we have dry skin and it kind of starts to get wrinkly and like lose its elasticity. So drinking water prevents all of that. Your cravings will decrease. You'll pee more, which is kind of inconvenient, but everything else will be amazing. So as you're increasing your water intake or drinking any of these, other things that I recommended, I would love to see your progress, love to see you fitting it in, love to see how you remind yourself to drink enough water. So just take a picture, post it on social media, tag me at #HDMHealth or at HippieDippieMom, and I will see you soon.